Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at how we can manipulate the contents of a track, and this is essentially using the mouse in this window, and we can actually change using these two commands there. We can actually sort of override the mouse and use things like cut and paste, for example. So in this project I've just got one channel which has some audio, a stereo file in there. If I click here, we'll see we've got rare chance to find. It's some vocals. So if we sort of look at all this, we've got quite a lot of silence before and after the vocals, and we can actually sort of change when the audio sort of starts by dragging the file here. We can sort of drag this one, and that means that we can actually sort of, and if we go towards the end, we could drag from the end on that. So if we hover over the end, we'll see this little symbol, and that means that we can actually sort of drag the audio there. So that's basically remove the beginning or the end of that week, and so we'll sort of say we'll try another way. We've sort of moved that back, so this won't let you drag beyond the actual real beginning of the file. So this file was at bar 9, so if I try dragging it at the front like that, it won't let us actually do that because there's no file there. But if I wanted to move this around, if I click on the white bar and then move that down, that allows us to actually move this file within the timeline. And where that's actually going to sit depends upon the snap settings, which we'll look at in a separate video. So if we wanted to do some sort of basic editing on that, we can actually use these two sections there. And if we click on this first one, this gives us a number of tools which we can operate with our left click. So we've got our left click, and we've got various things. The default one is pointer, which we've used just now. We've got things like pencil, eraser, scissors and glue, various other sort of things like that, a mute tool, for example. So we've got so we'll set this one up as a scissors, and then so now you'll notice when we go on the audio, our pointer changes to a pair of scissors. So if I click on there, it basically divides this track up into two. For that, so I can click this in sort of several places to make a cut in the audio, and we can sort of, if we go back, return to our pointer, we can then sort of change these independently of the audio. So if I undo this, so the opposite of the scissors is this glue tool. So gluing means that we're actually creating a track from also, if I click on the glue here and there, we can see that we can actually, by selecting two, we can actually join these back together. So there are various sort of tools that we can use. The pointer is used for moving around. We can erase sections of audio in there, glue them back together. We've got various things that we can actually do. It's sort of good to have a select these and see what they actually do. And the other good thing about Logic Pro X is we can actually select a different tool for the right click. So we'll say I've got scissors here, and then if I click on my right click, it sort of would do the scissors for that. So that's just the a little bit of editing in the main window.